Welcome to Team Mindset Training. In today's course, we will begin by exploring the differences between a growth and fixed mindset. Then, we will review the 7 effective ways you and your team can upgrade their mindsets. Finally, you will practice applying your knowledge by identifying a team mindset approach to various scenarios. Before we begin, click the Resources tab in the upper right corner of this module to access the participant workbook. You will need to print this workbook and take notes, as well as complete activities, throughout the course. So why team mindset? Well, having a team mindset can help bolster employee learning and performance, which can ultimately lead to greater innovation, creativity, and collaboration. Adapting a growth mindset has been found to positively impact individual performance and relationships, as well as organizational performance. As the saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. In other words, when people work together, they are more likely to solve a problem than one person doing it alone. Adopting a team growth mindset can improve the team's efficiency, innovation, and productivity. Dr. Han's Team Mindset Research Team defines a team growth mindset as a collective belief that emerges from interactions over time to enable joint learning from dialogue, experimentation, and errors. According to researcher Carol Dweck, there are 2 types of mindsets, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Individuals with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are fixed and unchangeable. They believe their achievements are limited by their abilities, and they can overcome challenges purely through capability. On the other hand, individuals with a growth mindset believe their abilities can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. They believe their achievements are unlimited, and that anything is possible. They overcome challenges through their determination. Now that we know the difference between a fixed and growth mindset, let's review 7 effective ways you and your teams can build their mindsets to work more effectively with one another on projects and collaborations. The following video was developed by Team Mindset Lab, whose mission is to help organizations and their teams adopt a team mindset to improve team performance, empower team members, achieve better results, and work more effectively. Click the Team Mindset Lab logo to watch the video.
Hello. Today's video is going to be on the 7 effective ways your teams can upgrade their mindsets. You may have heard of the growth versus fixed mindset arguments stemming from the implicit theory of intelligence and made popular by Carol Dweck's dynamic research and findings on motivation and performance in childhood education. As the research for a growth mindset expands, the Team Growth Mindset Lab has been exploring how individual mindsets build up to team mindsets by expanding this research to higher education, workplace learning, and adult education. We believe that an individual's mindset can influence others' mindsets, but we wanted to learn how that happens and what are the ways to upgrade a team's mindset. In our research, we have found 7 effective ways your teams can build their mindsets to work more effectively with one another on projects, collaborations, or even with you. The first is accepting feedback and criticism. As teams begin to form into dynamic groups, it's important for them to create a culture that makes it safe to give feedback and criticisms as necessary. This can be both positive and negative, but should always be received and processed fully if given with empathy. Group discussions around feedback and criticisms can help to create a safe environment where feedback can be discussed and team decisions can propel the team forward into better working conditions. When someone on a team becomes resistant to negative feedback, it can begin to affect the team as a whole. Picture this. Your team is faced with a problem and has to address it, but half the team becomes defensive. However, on the flip side, if your team was open to feedback, even if it hurt, how much more successful do you think they ultimately would become? The second is learning from mistakes. As Albert Einstein famously said, failure is success in progress. If we change the perception of to fail from negative to neutral, we change its inherent meaning, to learn. Growth mindset teams are in the practice of learning from their mistakes and knowing they didn't fail. The famous story of the invention of Post-its may be the most known failure to success story told today. In brief, a 3M chemist was trying to invent a strong adhesive for 5 years and failed at the task. Instead, he created a weak adhesive that could be peeled off easily, and as research suggests, rather than hide his failure, he made it known. Because the company had a very collaborative teamwork culture of innovation, it was to no avail. A colleague of the chemist came up with an idea to use the adhesion for a bookmark, which became the Post-it note. In short, never stop learning from each other. Your team could create the next Post-it. The third is putting in effort. In many team environments, this is the largest complaint, that there's always a slacker or two. Someone who isn't putting in effort where they should. Often this can stem from the lack of effort into building a strong team dynamic and fostering the relationships within the team. Without knowing our team's strengths and weaknesses, how can we effectively manage a collective effort? Studying multinational virtual teams, we found that distance and cultural differences can drastically affect a team growth mindset. Rather than losing our team motivation to keep trying, maintaining efforts, even after setbacks, is important. Continuing to put in effort to build our teams and our collective efforts is key for team success. The fourth is being open to change. Changing direction, or resources or technology unexpectedly, but necessarily, when not part of the plan is the key to growth. It's all about being able to adapt and being adaptable when necessary for team and outcome success. Think of innovation when you consider how your team can manage change. Responding to change imposed upon you willingly and with grace as a team can be the path to success. Don't be afraid to venture into unknown territory. You can lean on one another for support and can grow together. The fifth is overcoming setbacks, acknowledging that success does not always come quickly. Managing setbacks with your team members openly and communicating fully to manage setbacks are how you upgrade your mindset. The challenges of managing virtual team assignments are one example of how teams have to overcome setbacks frequently. In the virtual teams studied, language barriers, national and cultural differences, and technical limitations can all exist, sometimes simultaneously. To overcome these setbacks, work together to manage them and find a way through. The sixth is taking on difficult challenges. Teams that create a socio-emotional and psychologically safe environment take on challenges and engage in experiments willingly. These team dynamics are where innovation is born. They push forward without fear, realizing they may not succeed at first, but are up for the challenge. They can overcome any setbacks they face after all. Last but not least, the seventh is leading with trust. A socio-emotional and psychologically safe environment is inherent in all good team dynamics. Trust can be earned or lost quickly, and just as quickly can inhibit teamwork at its core if lost. Building team norms or guidelines to encourage positive team interactions can get the ball rolling in the right direction. In a study on shared leadership among teams, it was found that shared leadership indirectly contributes to successful team performance, only by way of shared goal commitment, knowledge sharing, and team coordination. In effect, team trust. By being clear on your team goals, commitments, and knowledge, you can achieve anything you set your minds to. Incorporate these 7 effective habits into your workplace to work more effectively with one another on projects and collaborations. That's it, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and feel free to check out our other videos as well.
There are several differences between a fixed and growth mindset. Click each red and blue headings for more information. Continue to click each red and blue headings for more information. Let's review 2 scenarios to help you understand how individual and team mindsets may work. Click each scenario to review an interaction between colleagues. For next steps, your manager will set up a meeting with you and your team to review the scenarios and associated workbook activities. In addition, you will work as a team to develop a team charter. A team charter will help clarify team direction while establishing expectations, as well as define the team's mission, scope of operation, objectives, consequences, and time frame. Finally, you and your team will continue to attend team growth mindset-related training courses. Thank you for attending today's course on team mindsets. Your manager will be in touch shortly to follow up with next steps. Have a great day.